Welcome back to the Conspiracy Outpost. This week, Joseph is going to take us on a journey of a group he follows closely. So without further ado, tell us about QAnon. I'm your host, Casey.
I'm Mike.
I'm Matt.
And I'm jeopardizing Joe. Jeopardizing a host. All right. Yeah, before we get into this, I was going to say that, like I was saying before, it's going to seem very one-sided, like politically, but that's just because this is like a right-wing kind of cult type thing. I have no political affiliation whatsoever. I'm not like left or right, none of that shit. So without further ado, here's QAnon. Okay, so what is QAnon? QAnon is an American far-right political conspiracy theory and also an American political movement. It began as an online community that used baseless conspiracy theories and false political content in the days leading up to the 2020 election. They are considered a cult by some and have been officially listed as a domestic terrorist group by the FBI in 2019.
The fuck?
Yeah, they're actually, because there was like a lot of violent stuff because of shit that they posted. So
like, did they do it, or did just people see stuff they posted and went?
Yeah, I
this?
think it's just followers from it. It's just a lot of websites were taking down the post because people were taking them and getting violent with the ideas that were being posted. So I mean, I didn't really delve into any of the stuff. It's just, I guess there was like violent outbursts. And then they bring up the fucking the riot thing, but that was more than just them. So okay, so the movement has extreme ideology. I can't even talk. Believing a global cabal of cannibalistic, satanic pedophiles controls institutions, including governments, the news media, and Hollywood. I mean, we all know the Hollywood is full of lizard people. So,
Yes.
And gay frogs.
And gay frogs. This is true. The QAnon community engages in anti-Semitic tropes and other hateful and violent content. They're known to spread misinformation about many issues, including mass shootings and vaccines. It's believed their ideology stems from an apocalyptic desire to destroy the existing corrupt world to usher in a promised golden age. The QAnon followers see the former U.S. President Donald Trump as a savior, a Christ-like figure. And I just want to say, can we all just picture for a second Trump being crucified on a wall bordering Mexico and the U.S. for the sins of the 1%? It's just fucking guy just like, I did this for you. Yeah, but they believe Trump is fighting to take down a fundamentally evil deep state. That's like, he's basically like this, I don't know, Christ-like figure. It all started back in October of 2017 in a message board on 4chan. An anonymous user that everyone refers to as Q. Yeah. Claimed to have a level of U.S. security approval known as Q clearance. It would drop posts known as Q drops or breadcrumbs, written mostly in a cryptic language with slogans, pledges, and pro-Trump themes. That shit's just hella funny because I was also reading, they do a lot of references to the fucking Matrix, like the followers and fucking other stuff, going down the rabbit hole and just, you've been fed the whatever pill and everything else, like trying to make it seem like super cool. For those that don't know what 4chan is, it's an anonymous English language image board website that's been described as a hub for internet subculture. It's mainly used by young males with a demographic showing the popular age range to be 18 to 25. It's known as a source for media attention and a source of controversy. It's well known for coordinations of pranks and harassment towards websites and other internet users. It's also well known for its illegal and offensive content. Probably the easiest place to create conspiracies is a joke and watch them spread like wildfire. I'm going to create one claiming Biden replaced Willie Nelson with a lizard person just to turn the youth into Satan-worshipping potheads and bird feed eaters.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so anyways, everything I read was saying the October 2017 is when it started, but I guess like they say like the early QAnon movement was kind of like the offspring of the 2016 conspiracy of Pizzagate. Yeah. Q in the dun dun dun. For those of you that don't know what Pizzagate was, it's a conspiracy surrounding Hillary Clinton and a Washington, D.C. pizzeria being used as a sex trafficking ring. Anyways, so Q's first post on 4chan was a claim that Hillary Clinton's arrest was already in motion. But we all know that never happened because she's still running around with that fucking crazy bitch face. Yeah. Q's later post was when the whole Q clearance shit came into play. He claimed to have been a government official with ties to the Trump administration. He made claims. I keep saying he, so I'm just gonna keep going. Q made claims that Trump would initiate the storm, which was the before mentioned attack on the deep state. The deep state officials responsible for the cannibalistic satanic pedophiles invoked by Pizzagate. Again, dun dun dun. I really wish we had that fucking on a soundboard, you know? Mike just come out here with a shirt off. Is he just ready to rumble now? Mike, did you come in here without your shirt because you're like, all right, it's time to get serious?
Dude, I haven't been wearing a shirt the whole time.
Oh, you haven't been wearing a shirt this whole time? I haven't been paying attention.
Nope. No, you have not.
That's a conspiracy.
It's hot.
That's a conspiracy. You really were. There's a glitch in the
It's
matrix.
very hot.
It was just off, and you're like,
because Joseph's just so excited to tell us about his following that he just wasn't even paying attention to anything else.
I fucking love Qanon.
Tell us about your people, Joseph.
All right, so these conspiracies posted on 4chan are what began the QAnon movement. I feel like I'm talking in circles now because I feel like I just said this. I don't know. The Q drops, which were cryptic 4chan posts, consisted of alleged intelligence from the highest levels of power, were what fed the conspiracy, while a collection of YouTube content creators and 4chan and Reddit users known as bakers would weave Q's latest breadcrumbs into the overarching narrative. Ugh.
It must be shit bakers if all they got is the crumbs.
Yeah, that's and semen droppings. In 2018, the Q drops. Yeah, made their way from 4chan to 8chan and later 8kun, which is similar. Yeah, which are similar message boards owned by Jim Watkins, who is also believed that him and his son were responsible for the Q posts. But I'd get a little bit more into that later. Over the time, the bakers and other associates expanded the conspiracy theory in response to world events and Trump's actions. Even Trump-aligned politicians and Trump himself would echo QAnon's beliefs online and at rallies. An example of this was the QAnon theory that the coronavirus could be killed by drinking industrial bleach. A similar claim Trump made as well at a press
Amanda do that.
Yeah, but that was before Corona. She did it before it was
Popular.
Before it was a kill-all. But
did Trump actually say to drink bleach? I don't know if that's true.
No, he said that I've watched the video a long time ago. He says whatever, but he talks about injecting it to clean out your system or something similar to bleach. It's like I forget the video, but it was like all over when he said it. I don't know if he ever took it back, but even SNL made fun of it in a sketch. I think it was SNL. Somebody made fun of it in a sketch. Apparently in April of 2020, he proposed that disinfectant agents like bleach could be administered by injections inside for almost cleaning something to combat the virus. I scrambled that. I wrote these really fast. I don't know. I mean, again, this is not like even attack towards because Biden says dumb shit too. I'm really not trying to make this thing one-sided sounding because I don't like either one of them. So Trump also used Twitter to boost QAnon's reach and would retweet posts from QAnon believers and other conspiracy theorists, which I guess from what I read, some of these posts actually came from accounts that were run by Russian intelligence. They were like fake accounts from different countries, apparently. It was just like Russians, apparently just, I don't know if it's trolling or what was the purpose in it. But it would make sense because I would do that. Makes me kind of want to like troll another country during one of their like political like shit that's going down. It's like, this has nothing to do with me. I'm just gonna say some shit. The queen ate. The queen likes to keep farts in a jar, and then it just turns out a big ass fucking conspiracy about it.
Like, yeah, well, she does.
Yeah, she still got farts back from Princess Diana.
Yeah, I think she used to.
Says she that's her trophies, her kill count. She wanted to do it to Meghan Markle. Is that her name? But
yes,
yeah, but she couldn't because pretty girls don't fart. Moving on. In the
only
fall,
Stevie Stoner's fart.
Yeah, I forgot how that went. That's why I didn't say that. So in the fall of 2020, during the West Coast wildfires, Q reposted false claims that were made by former U.S. Senate candidate for former U.S. Senate candidate from Oregon that there were 6 members of Antifa that had been arrested for starting these wildfires. And all that fucking shit that happened, and I think that was like during the Paradise shit, wasn't it? I don't remember.
Well, if this was in Oregon, then no.
Well, no, they were talking about, I think, well, maybe they were talking about Oregon. I was just thinking West Coast, because during that year, there was just wildfires. I think that's when the sky turned red, I think, is when they were talking about it. Maybe not, 2020. Well,
I think the stuff in Paradise, the campfire happened like before during the election.
Well, because whatever happened is that the Paradise
that happened in like 2016.
And the Paradise one didn't, because I already had
something like that.
My kids and yeah.
Hold on, 2018. I don't know.
Because Paradise was the one that Trump pronounced the name of the town wrong, and then that whole thing was circulating about the whole. Well, they need to clean up their like whatever.
Because you guys weren't out there raking your.
It was because we weren't raking we weren't raking the forest, so everything was yeah.
Yeah, you weren't keeping debris raked up from away from your house, so it's your own damn fault. Get out there with a rake someday
the whole
on a weekend.
On fire.
Go rake an acre of a forest and save a life, maybe. I don't know.
Imagine people just outside fucking aggressively fucking raking shit before.
Yeah, right.
108 weather is fucking
people
coming.
People are out in the forest raking. The fucking park rangers probably arrest them for disturbing the nature.
So they're all killing. Happened in 2018.
You see that somebody fucking killed. Yeah, because I was gonna say my first kid was born. She was born in 2018, and that's when I worked at Walmart, and everybody was living at the Walmart in Red Bluff. But you see like a fucking deer and a fucking bear trap, and it's like you can't be killing deer out here. It's not hunting season, whatever. It's like he keeps ruining my fucking raking pile, and I'm fucking tired of this bullshit. If they want to be whatever, they can go over there. Stop starting fucking fires. So the QAnon community grew from its internet presence to a mainstream movement. Can't talk. Belief in the conspiracy spread like crazy across the U.S. and beyond that. The Institute for Strategic Dialogue identified over 69 million tweets, 487,000 Facebook posts, and 281,000. Is that how you say that number? I don't know. Instagram posts mentioning QAnon related phrases or hashtags from October 2017 to June 2020. But not all of them were serious. Apparently there was a lot of jokes, people like turning them into memes and shit. So it's not all fucking, yeah. But the point is it gave them, more attention. During the 2020 elections, there were dozens of Republican congressional candidates who voiced their support for QAnon. QAnon, that's just a random thing there. QAnon plays into Christian nationalism, which is a belief that America should be a Christian-only nation. It has a lot of Christian beliefs at its center, and it's probably why it spread through evangelical Christians. Is that how you say that? I feel like we've had this discussion on the podcast. Yeah, and I said it wrong or something last time.
No, that's the girl from Rugrats.
I believe that's Angelica.
Evangelical pickles. But some of them believe Q to be a prophet, which contradicts core Christian beliefs and idols. But I mean, Bible thumpers also worship politicians, so I guess it's nothing out of the ordinary. People just fucking worship human beings. So yeah, here's a little dive into the few conspiracies from Q's posts. And
well, did you ever say what the storm was?
I don't know if I did. That's what maybe I didn't write that down. I thought I did. What's the storm?
It says Q's revelations imply that the Cabal's destruction is imminent, but also that it will be accomplished it will be accomplished only with the support of the patriots of the QAnon community. This will happen at the time known as the event or the storm, when thousands of people will be arrested and possibly sent to Guantanamo Bay prison or face military tribunals. The U.S. military will then take over the country as a result, and the result will be salvation and utopia on Earth. QAnon beliefs imply the rejection of government officials other than Trump and his closest associates, as well as the mainstream institutions and media.
This is really close to that fucking the what fucking podcast were we talking about? The fucking evangelical Christian thing where they believe the whole fucking second coming, and that fucking they thought was it Bill Clinton, or I made a joke, or they thought Bill Clinton was like the Antichrist or something. I remember it was a different topic, but I fucking just spiraled out on their thing. Remember? That might have been one of that might not even been one of the episodes for this. It might have been for the Patreon one. Okay. I don't remember though.
I can't remember, yeah.
I can't fucking remember shit. Okay, so yeah, so there was just like a few things. I was trying to find some of the more ridiculous shit. I only found a couple things. So
before we get into those, I just want to if
you got something else, fucking throw in there.
Well, I was gonna say
through this.
There's a few politicians and famous people that
oh yeah, see, I didn't have time for fucking to find any of that either.
That the Q followers believe to be part of the cabal. So in the Democratic Party, we got Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, of course. Obviously you got to get those guys. George Soros, is that who you say his last name? Soros.
Who's
Bill
that?
Gates. I don't know who George Soros is, but I've heard the name. I just don't know where I've heard it from. I didn't look it up though.
I didn't look into that guy. He's part of QAnon.
Yeah.
Or not like part of QAnon. No. He's a part of the cabal.
Yeah. Religious leaders like the Pope and the Dalai Lama and Anthony Fauci, Oprah Winfrey. Oh, these are entertainers, but Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey, look underneath everybody look underneath your chairs. There's a ticket to Epstein's Island.
I was going to say Jeffrey Epstein.
Look under your chairs, everybody.
Oh, God. Ellen, Lady Gaga, and Chrissy Teigen. I don't know who that. I don't know who that.
John Legend's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, is that who it is?
Damn, John Legend's wife's out here fucking molesting children while he's over here talking about ordinary people.
She's known for more than that.
We're just ordinary people. Why are you trying so hard, John Legend? What's going on in your life? Maybe we should just take it slow.
It's so funny.
Continue.
Casey, you got more of a list there?
That's just what I had for that. But then I have some stuff about Q's identity as well.
Yeah.
The name refers to Q level clearance at the Energy Department, and according to, I'll go ahead with yours then. Why I found my spot.
I just kind of got to skim down to it.
Yeah.
So yeah. It was about that Jim Watkins guy. The creator of 8chan, Fred Brennan, claimed to several news outlets that his former business partner, Jim Watkins, likely controls the Q account. After founding 8chan in 2014, maybe it was supposed to be 4chan, I don't remember. There's a lot of fucking moving parts this morning, and I wasn't one of them. Brennan moved to the Philippines to work on the site with Watkins at his pig farm in Manila. I don't know.
Manila.
In the Philippines.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the Philippines. They have a pig farm, and they're working on a fucking website where they spread fucked up shit. We're out here cleaning pig shit, and we're gonna write a bunch of pig shit online. He gave ownership of it to Watkins in 2015. The two allegedly had a falling out after 8chan or 4chan. I don't know if I wrote the wrong one there, but was linked to several.
It used to be 4chan until they changed it to 8chan.
Oh, okay. I think I said that earlier too. I don't know. I'm dumb.
Sure, it's not Oni-chan?
Oni-chan. That's the thing. It was like 4chan, 8chan, and then 8kun. Like Kun. Like Naruto-kun or whatever the fuck you would say, like shit like that. Like it's straight anime. So you know it was a bunch of nerdy white guys that created it. The two allegedly had a falling out after 8chan was linked to several mass shootings, and Brennan tried to get Watkins to take it down. Watkins apparently didn't want to take down the website after that, but Watkins eventually invoked a criminal libel lawsuit against Brennan, which forced him to flee to the Philippines. Brennan said during the interview with the tech pod called Reply All that he believes that a conspiracy theorist from Johannesburg named Paul Furber is the first person who started posting.
Furburger?
Yeah, Furburger. Furburger or Fur. That's where Furbies came from.
Thanks, Furburger.
Thanks, Furburger. Posting as they believe that he started posting as Q back in 2017 and has publicly acted as Q's interpreter and spokesperson on venues like 8chan and InfoWars. I don't know what InfoWars is.
It's Alex Jones. InfoWars.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's fucking
It's
funny.
It's his little thing.
According to Brennan's tellings, Watkins' son Ron was able to wrestle control of the Q account away from Furburger at the beginning of 2018, using his login privileges as the site's administrator. And Ron Watkins is Jim Watkins' son. Yeah. I just said that. Okay, my bad. Jim, Ron, and Furburger all denied these accusations, even though Jim Watkins is known as a Q supporter, and founded a QAnon super PAC. And wore a Q pin during his testimony before Congress about 8chan in 2019. Yeah, I read that wrong. He had a whole fucking. He founded QAnon Super PAC. Is that a website?
No, a super PAC is like a political committee type thing.
Okay. So those are the only ones I had as suspects for Q. Did you find your place, Casey?
No, you already read through what I was going to say.
Oh, you were gonna say the same shit. My bad. I didn't know that.
Not the same stuff, but I just had a little bit. But you already talked about it, so it's all good. It all worked out.
All right. You have any other tidbits before I go into these little things here?
What are you getting into right now?
Just some of the Q posts, kind of, or like a little bit. I only have a few really of those.
Some posts, yeah. And then after you done talking about some posts, I got some funny incidents involving.
Okay, see that's what I was trying to find, more fucking funny shit. So yeah. Where are we here? Okay, so Q claimed that Epstein's Island wasn't just a sex trafficking ring, but also housed a satanic cult where they sacrificed humans and engaged in bloodletting of children. So what is bloodletting?
Like, that's where they take the blood and then they inject it in.
To try to be young, like what the blood makes them young again.
Adrenochrome shit.
That's what I thought it was, but I couldn't.
But they do it. They do it a different way. They get the kids all scared. They're supposed to get the kids all scared, and then
and it's actually rectal blood. Okay, this
fuck, dude. So not only was like there's always like they always bring satanic shit into it, even with Bohemian Grove too.
It's always fucking
talking about that, like
it's
Satan. Always got to be Satan.
Damn it,
it's called
not again.
It's called an adrenochrome harvest, and it's when they get the kids all scared, and then when they're scared, it's just something in the chemical. So it's like a chemical reaction in their blood, and then they take the blood, and then whatever they do with the blood, drink it, fucking shove it up their ass. I don't know.
Is that what Monsters Inc. was really doing?
That's what they base it off of bloodletting. Fucking scaring kids and then just, dude, how funny would it be if that's what athletes is like, whoo, I'm feeling pumped. Like, what'd you do? New regiments? Like, yeah, bloodletting. What? It's like, yeah, dude, I found this kid. He's fucking scared scared shitless of fucking crows. I brought a couple of crows to his house. He fucking jumped. I injected him. We're good. I got it. We got this fucking, we got the bird phobia going. Whoo! I don't know. Fuck you guys. Nobody laughed. I didn't get one mic laugh that entire time. I feel like I'm not on my A game with jokes tonight. There we go. Thanks, Mike.
That was the wrong one.
Oh, that's not the right
laugh.
That was a mic.
It wasn't funny enough to warrant an actual mic laugh.
No, get an actual mic laugh. That's not being unfair.
He gets a mic laugh when he earns it.
Matthew, what were you trying to say before I accidentally cut you off being hyped on fucking bird fear blood?
Oh, I don't remember, but I just know that deserves a mic laugh. There we go.
There's the
mic. I don't know who to thank, really.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know who to thank.
Yeah, it's getting me pumped right now.
My laugh is contagious.
Apparently it's slutty because the internet has it too as a preset.
Q also claimed that many of our celebrities, like Casey was saying, are involved in these like rituals, even models who like to share recipes for rice pudding. Why the fuck rice pudding? What does that fucking mean? That's literally in the fucking post. Like the share recipes for
instead of using
blood pudding. Like is that what they're getting at? That's a weird fucking thing. Hey dude, have you ever tried a kid who's afraid of the dark blood on your blood pudding skin? Nah, dude, does it work? It's like, yeah. Make a little blood pudding skin.
Blood pudding is not even a pudding.
Oh, is it not?
No.
What the fuck is rice? What the fuck kind of recipes are they doing with rice pudding?
So it's not pudding in our sense. I guess it's pudding in like the British sense because it's kind of like a cake because it's like blood mixed with like oats and shit.
The only pudding I knew on this island was them putting it in people's asses. Sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for the good wordplay setup that put into play.
Please continue.
Please continue.
That's one splendiferous pudding pop you got there.
According to QAnon, when Trump stated that he was going to drain the swamps, it was code for the evil pedophiles who ruled the world. Like he was trying to rid the world of them. This one didn't really have any details, but what's with all the fucking pedophile stuff? Like there's a lot, like everything is always pedophile.
I mean, like ever since the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, there's kind of like,
it's just like everything is.
Yeah.
But they have like,
there's always been a thing with the elites in Hollywood.
There's
always been fucking pedophiles and running traffic rings and stuff.
It's just like they have child fucking on the mind, like nonstop though. It's like listen to a gay basher all day and you're curious if they secretly want to suck a dick or something. I mean, pedophilia is fucking disgusting, but not everything is deeply rooted in it. Or I mean, I guess maybe it is because the Epstein stuff, all the elites were fucking there. So I don't know.
Yeah, it depends like when when these posts started coming out because like this could have been like post Epstein stuff. So you know.
Oh yeah, 2017 is when the post first started. When did they start?
Epstein was like
2020 or 2019.
Yeah, it's like 19 or no, it's like 2020.
It was during the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
But it was like the beginning of the pandemic.
I don't know, man. The world's full of demonic lizards.
It could have happened right before the pandemic, actually. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
The world's full of demonic lizards liaising with world leaders lusting over laddies and lassies alike. I tried to make that an alliteration, guys. It didn't come out right.
It was decent.
Yeah, it was fine. God, dude, I'm just not killing it tonight. I feel like when I'm at the helm of things, the jokes just don't come flying naturally out.
Well, like one, I'm very tired, and two, I haven't been drinking, so.
Oh, see, that's what you ain't got your creative juices gone. That's what I was telling Aaron before.
And three, we waited 2 hours for you.
I am sorry. I told you guys the credit card situation. All right, it was a fucking big bullshit. Listeners, I apologize for this podcast.
That's why he gets no laughs.
Joel.
Why are you apologizing to them? The only people who got to apologize to the listeners about lateness is me and Casey. I've been slacking on editing.
I apologize. Oh, you guys apologize. Okay, well.
It was funny. Mike's like, the other day, he said sorry that he forgot to edit or something. I was like, you don't need to apologize to me. You just need to apologize to the fans. Yeah.
I'm sorry, fan. I'm just kidding.
And I know. Like, and then he was like, that just made me feel so much worse. No, my power was out yesterday, so I had to late upload.
I didn't do fucking because for some reason I spaced the fucking podcast all week. And then yesterday I was like, fuck, I gotta do shit. But it was my kid's actual birthday. And then so he took her swimming, and then Anthony got a hold of me and he was like, I'm just trying to get out of the house. And I was like, fuck, I will do all this research before he gets here, and then I'll do more in the morning. And I end up spending like fucking 4.5 hours fucking just going away at fucking reading and writing shit. And I'm like, dude, and then as I'm doing it, I'm realizing there is no way in hell I'm getting any good jokes out because I just feel like I'm just spurting shit off. I don't know. And I thought, but I try to readjust my mood when I got home. But this beer's helping. I got a hurricane. I'll get right back to it after a quick word from our alcohol. Courtesy of Matthew, who graciously sent me gas money, beer money, and chicken for shish kebabs for 4th of July money.
Nice.
So we got those on the way. Mike, I didn't know what you were doing on the 4th of July.
I'm going to the lake at like 6 o'clock in the morning, spend the day at the lake, coming home.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna watch like TV or something.
All right. You should watch an American classic. Anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's not American, but that body is.
Well, it's like if I don't watch Tom Segura's new special at midnight tomorrow, then I'm gonna watch
he has a new special coming out
on July 4th.
Oh shit, dude! I'm probably gonna be able to watch that. Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm gonna listen to that in the walk-in at work. I've been looking for that's what I do. I'll put on Netflix on my phone, and I'll hit the lock screen on it, and I'll just slip it into my pocket, and I'll listen to comedy specials on Netflix while I'm stocking the fucking cooler. So according to the Q Squad trademark, that's mine. Nobody can take it. I'm sure someone has said it, but fuck that, it's mine. So the Democratic Party are conspiring against America. Specifically, the people Casey mentioned earlier, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and Joey Biden, who are supposedly secretly working to hold down the black
Joey
population.
Biden a small kangaroo?
Can you imagine a little fucking baby king? Matthew, your mic's off.
My mic's off?
Oh, never mind. I thought you said something. Never mind. I'm sorry. I thought you were coming back with a quip there. Can you imagine a little baby kangaroo with Joe Biden's head? And it's like it's stumbling to try to get into the pouch.
Still on a thing of the heads of children.
sniffing other kangaroos' heads. And then it's like going up a fucking staircase like from a plane to get into the pouch of its mom, and it's stumbling down it. that would have more of an excuse to do it because it's like a fresh baby. And I'm not talking about the fresh babies of the heads that Biden sniffs.
Oh my God.
Okay, so so they're supposed the three of them, the fucking the triple threat team, are supposedly secretly working to hold down the black population. I don't know if I got that out before. Q claims that the Black Lives Matter movement was formed to fund Joe Biden, and the Democrats formed the KKK and formed the Confederate state to prevent the freeing of slaves. So that's very quite the claim there.
I mean,
like a bold claim.
And this is the thing. Like it was the Democrats that were the KKK guys, but yeah,
but I was gonna say, I have heard this before that like the political parties were flipped like back in the day, like the belief things that Democrats had a different view than what they do like now. Like I don't remember who said this, but back I've read that the fucking like Republicans used to be like they had reversed and then they flipped throughout the years. Matthew, you know what I'm talking about? I
Sounds
swear
like that.
Yeah, I swear I've heard that before.
I'm not sure. I don't really.
But also, it was Abraham Lincoln. He didn't free slaves for the goodness of whatever. It was the slave boats that were killing his fucking whatever. So he's like, well, if we get rid of the slave whatever, because if a master, bud. If a slave owner didn't like a policy that he was trying to promote, he got whatever votes, whatever percentage, like a small fraction of votes from each slave that he owned. So Abraham Lincoln didn't like that shit. He also wanted to be reelected. So he tried to get rid of slavery because he was tired of like one person's vote counting as multiple fucking votes. And also it was like a political pull to try to whatever. Like it wasn't out of the goodness of his heart to free human beings. He was trying to get something out of it.
I think there is a thing about them basically, switching platforms or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't know. I mean, maybe Democrats did do it. I don't know. I don't fucking care about either fucking side, honestly.
I think, the only thing that's wrong about it is the fact that it's stuck. People are stuck with two sides. America's, I don't know if other countries.
Yeah, you're not, and more so nowadays, you're not allowed to have an opinion from either side. You can't be pro from either side of one fucking thing that they believe without being identified as whatever.
And people choose the lesser of, what they believe is like the lesser of the two evils, and it's really shitty because politically there's no such thing as really a left and the right. It's more of a spectrum, but that's how actually politics are. We're fucking stupid. We think there's a left and a right.
I'm politically fluid. I don't know.
But nobody, and the crazy thing too is, and it's like, because you can't find another party represent you because there'll never be a big enough fish. And so it's shitty. And so basically we just end up with like a Super Bowl where no one's favorite team wins or makes it to the Super Bowl. Everyone just votes on their next favorite team or their third or fourth favorite or the fuck this guy because he fucked my team over kind of thing.
Yeah, so it really seems like a distraction. And actually there's one thing that I agree with Q under a different context. Q actually brings up trying to make people fight over political and religious stuff to distract you. But he's talking about a whole different pedophile demonic thing than what I'm thinking of. Jeffrey Leonard. He also claimed, or Q, I don't want to say he, I mean, I don't know. Q also claims that Barack Obama is literally Satan. Satan himself.
What the
fuck? He's literally said that Barack Obama is the fucking devil in the flesh, and that he armed North Korea with nuclear weapons, and the entire democratic power is controlled by foreign anti-American powers.
I mean, if that was the case, wouldn't his head be a little more like pointy?
Dude, and I used to have this guy there's this crazy cat dude. He looks like a cat, and he stinks. He's like this old redneck crazy dude that comes into my store. He literally told me that what's the vice president's name? I can't fucking think of her name right now.
Kamala
Harris.
Yeah, there we go. I kept want to say Kamala Khan. Thinking of fucking Miss Marvel there. I was like, that's not right. He's like, she's such a beautiful woman, but that's how she distracts you. She is a literal demon. You can see it in the interviews. So people can't see it. You got to pay attention. Her horns and her claws are showing. And this guy he used to wear a
schizophrenic, bro.
Yeah. And this guy's the same guy that would tell me, I wish they would blow up Orville Dam already and wash all the filth out of here. And this is the same guy that said that they need to defund the fire department and fund police and fund bounty hunters again so they can kill people, whatever. And then he had not very nice things to say about the guy who went and during the Black Lives Matter riot, who shot those two guys that traveled from one town to the next just to kill people. He had that. I won't repeat what he said. But it's like, dude, what audience do you think? I hate that shit so much. Bill Burr's actually said this in a comedy special, and it's just, it's like white people always see another white person and they think they could say some racist shit to them because they're on the same page or something. And then it's like, you're stuck like pretty much looking around like, whoa, what the fuck? It's like, you associated me with you because whatever. It's like, don't associate me with that fucking whatever. And it's like, it's true. And I get it all the fucking time. And people want to lean in, be quiet, look around and be like, hey, this and that,
crazy?
right?
It's like, I don't fucking hear that like stuff. It must just be where you live, dude.
It is. Like, it is this fucking town.
Like I live in a decently small town, but I don't really hear that very often.
Yeah. Well, this town It's the most fucking redneck. Like I've seen that shit back home, but not on this scale. It's like it's all I ever fucking hear. It's only when the store is like quiet, because there's a lot of Mexican people live in this town. It's mainly towards Mexican people, and it's always when they're not in the store, and they'll like look around, make sure, and then they'll say some fucking off the wall fucking racist shit. I have
like not even joking around. They're just like, it's like, damn, bro, you racist? They're like, yeah.
like, you're white, right? Let me tell you something. Just like starts going in about shit. Our country's only like this because this, and that. Yeah. So I always find this fucking stupid, by the way. They always say some big political power person is the devil, but it never makes any fucking sense, because it's like, you're talking about supernatural forces. Why are they using our means to collect power unless it's boring to use their powers? Why? And instead of the devil just fucking setting the world ablaze, why he's like, no, it's more fun to get political control and give nuclear weapons to this.
What if their powers don't work on our realm?
I thought that same
That's also
shit.
true. But I mean, maybe it doesn't. But then also they have to work to some degree. How the fuck are they being born here? But maybe not.
Like, you know how we watch like Tenacious D and they find the pick of destiny, and then the devil comes up and tries to get it, and they break his horn off and they send him back to hell, where he must remain until he is complete to gain. You remember? It's kind of like that.
Maybe so. And that's what can you imagine Barack Obama being the devil? Matthew, you do a Barack Obama being the devil impression.
I don't think I could do one.
This is the shit that always bugged me with it. I don't know like him on a personal level, but he always put himself like presentable, and he was always getting like backlash and stuff. It's like he looked at someone's ass. Like when he was president, it's like he looked at a woman's ass and freaked out. But then Trump like literally said he's gonna grab someone by the pussy, and nobody thinks twice about it. I don't understand shit like that, because it was like he tried to look wholesome in front of the camera and everything else. I'm not saying that's how he was, because I don't know him personally. Obviously, I can only judge people by what we see like in front of our face, without fucking the paranoia of doctored fucking images and fucking whatever. But it's like, but he always gets like scrutiny over stuff. They always try to like nitpick and find like small things when other people are just blatant. Same thing with Biden. He's out here sniffing kids' heads. Nobody, but it's like people say something, but it's not like the big issue, but something small Obama did. But then his vice president's out here fucking clearly doing weird shit in front of the camera. Like, but you don't, I don't know. It's weird.
All that's conspiracy to keep you distracted from what's really going on in the world. Like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk's fight.
well, no, Elon's mom said that he's not allowed to.
Wait, what?
Elon's mom said he's not allowed to fight.
Yeah. Damn.
Dude, has anybody seen, I just want to say, has anybody else seen that episode of Big Bang Theory when they're working at the fucking soup kitchen on Thanksgiving or Christmas, and fucking Howard's character's all butthurt and they're all washing dishes and everybody else is like, oh, we call it whatever. And then Elon Musk comes up and he's washing dishes too, and he's like freaking out because it's like one of his heroes, and Elon Musk is like, don't you just love doing this? Whatever. With Elon Musk's voice, I can't copy his voice because he's a fucking AI robot. But
doing this.
Yeah, and then he was like, don't you just love what he's like, yeah, you're whatever. And he was like, oh, look, what a treat. And he pulls out a fucking partly eaten pumpkin pie. He's like, do you want to share this with me? And then like Howard's character's like, you want to eat that you want to share that partly eaten pumpkin pie with me? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. Like he's all excited because it's Elon Musk, and they're sitting there eating this pie together. It's just hilarious because Elon Musk gets so excited that there's a pie left over that somebody partially ate, and they're just sharing it. I don't know. You have to see the scene. It's hella funny. Okay. So, one of the main rallying points of Q is that they're united and they're growing. Like that's the main thing. It's like, we got to grow. We have to be, we have to stick together. They're part of the inevitable Great Awakening. Casey, you said the Great Awakening thing earlier, right?
No, well, I talked about the storm, but I didn't say anything about the Great Awakening, but we can.
I'm not really sure if I wrote down what the Great Awakening was. I assume that's what it is the shit happening. I really should have wrote that down. Okay, well, Q states they want to divide. This is the thing I was talking about earlier, by the way. I agree with this, but in a different context. This he posted this thing and it said they want you divided, they want race wars, they want class wars, they want religious wars, they want political wars. For God and country, learn, stay strong, stay together. I agree with that type of whatever thing because they do try to divide us, but not in the way that he's saying. Like if it was like a completely different thing rather than an army of demonic kitty fiddlers, I would agree with it.
Did you want me to tell you what the Great Awakening was?
Yeah.
It's the moment after the mass arrest of satanic pedophiles where everyone realizes that QAnon theories were right the whole time.
Okay.
So it's basically the Great Awakening is basically a big old fucking I told you so, basically.
And the thing is,
that like, told you so.
Even when they're fucking when they're wrong before Trump was in office. Okay, Q said two things. Hillary Clinton was going to get arrested, which didn't happen, pay for her crimes, whatever, that year. The first post. And then also said that, who was it? One of the Kennedys that died, faked their death, and was going to be Trump's vice president when Trump got elected.
I think it was the Kennedy Jr.
Yeah, that they were going to come out of hiding and become vice president, which didn't happen either. It was a really fucking weird, I don't know, really weird fucking thing to say. It's like if you're going to that Cult 101, say vague things that you can still believe even if they're fucking proved wrong. It's like whatever. Don't give specific dates. Don't give specific people. Definitely not dead people. I don't know.
I got some funny incidents.
All right,
from some QAnon followers.
I only have one thing to sum things up, and then that was all I had. So yeah, let's get into that.
So in June 2018, Matthew Wright staged nearly an hour-long standoff with law enforcement on a bridge near Hoover Dam, armed with a pair of assault rifles, 2 handguns, 900 rounds of ammunition. Wright blocked traffic with his armored vehicle and stated that he was on a mission for QAnon. He demanded access to an official report from the FBI agents who investigated Hillary Clinton's use of her private email server for official communications. There has been a Q drop referencing such a report 2 days earlier. Wright attempted to flee, but was ultimately apprehended by Arizona police. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison.
Was that the one on the bridge? Is that what you said?
That is a shit ton.
That shit I read
money
too.
That guy spent for all that stuff.
When you said the thing and the Matthew was doing the little hand things, I was thinking of Danny DeVito going, so I started blasting. Bridge.
Oh, I started blasting.
So I started blasting.
There you go. That was a good one. That's
Dude,
a good one.
fucking.
Hey, it was in Matilda.
It was in Matilda. What do you want me?
Two ARs, 2 pistols, and 900 rounds. How much money do you think that's worth?
California's. Oh wait, what year was it though?
2018.
I don't know. It's tough to say now because everything's so inflated. That's a lot. I don't understand why you need 2 ARs.
Vehicle.
Why would you need 2 ARs?
Why would you need 2 handguns and 900 rounds?
Well, because 2 handguns is different. If you already 2 ARs, that's like 2 hands. Unless you're gonna fucking both like you're going out like Scarface. Like
it's fucking America, Matthew.
He's fucking trying to Scarface it, and even then, it's
this is the home of the master.
Hey, Matt, you play Call of Duty. It's quicker to switch to your secondary than it is to reload.
Yes.
Oh shit!
You're right. That's just hella funny. That was good.
You guys want to hear another funny one?
Yeah. Keep them coming, Granny.
Well, I mean, they're depending on what you think is funny, but I think they're funny.
I didn't mean to send that to you guys. I meant to send that to my wife.
It's a dick pic.
No, I asked her to bring me my other beer, and now I'm shortening it because I got one hand, so now I'm writing "can bring beer, please."
I think you've had enough, sir. No,
I said it because I'm not used to fucking
beer now, woman. So this next one, Anthony Camello, he's a Staten Island man. And in March of 2019.
Did you say Anthony Carmelo? Is it like Carmelo Anthony?
Dude,
Comello.
Staten Island's always bringing out fucking water trash like Pete Davidson. I'm just kidding. I like Pete Davidson actually. I just want to say it. And Wu-Tang from Staten Island. So I immediately take back my joke.
But he allegedly murdered a Gambino mob boss who he believed was in the deep state.
What's his name? Donald Glover?
Yes.
Damn.
What?
It's wild, right?
Donald Glover, Childish Gambino. Because he said a Gambino. You guys know he got the name from a rap name generator?
Wu-Tang generator.
A Wu-Tang generator, that's what it was. And as we all know, they're nothing to fuck with.
It's true. That is what
Unless you're trying to get a rap name.
A Colorado woman deeply invested in the QAnon theories was arrested in December 2019 for allegedly kidnapping her son. That was another funny one.
Does that have anything to do with QAnon though?
Well, it's just I guess
that shit just happen like all the time.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if she was like saying some outlandish shit, like, "Oh, I got to go sacrifice my son."
I mean, like
to the overlord QAnon.
I got to get my son before the Democrats get him.
Just saying, that bitch must have been crazy if she did not have custody of her kids, because they usually go with the mom.
In June of 2022, a Boston man live streamed himself talking about QAnon while leading a 20-mile car chase with police.
Just yelling out the fucking window. The inevitable great awakening is gonna happen. You'll fucking see.
Like, what's up, followers? How's it going? I'm currently driving home right now. Oh, on second thought,
bunch of police chasing me.
You police ain't ever gonna get me. I bet you work for the Satan Barack Obama.
Get on.
It's just getting fucking tased. Get on.
What?
You got some more funny ones, Casey?
Hold on one sec.
Casey's like, yeah, I got one. One time this guy named Casey, not me, was in Vegas. And he was spurting off QAnon stuff and saying that QAnon kept Elvis Presley locked in a cage because he was the return Jesus. I don't fucking know how you say that. Jesus returning revival.
That's the third one.
That's a new Dragon Ball Z movie.
Just to circle back to this Boston man real quick. Yeah, I just imagine him getting arrested after they pull him out of the car and shit, and they're like dragging him to the police car, and he got his pants around his ankle. And he's like, Randy's like, whoa, oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Yeah, so he spurred off a bunch of shit. So he knew too much. So we fucking tag teamed him and gave him a Boston cream pie. I apologize.
A Boston cream pie.
Those are the only like little incidents that I have. I got some claims that they say, and then some conspiracies, and that's all.
Fuck yeah, dude, do those. I also, never mind. That's not really related. Maybe because I had two more things, but it's more for like the end of the podcast. So I'll just, yeah.
All right, so here's some QAnon claims. That here's one. Hillary Clinton was about to be arrested and would attempt to flee the country. John Podesta would be arrested on November 3rd, 2017, and public riots would be organized to try and prevent the arrest of other public officials. A major event involving the Department of Defense would take place on February 1st, 2018. People targeted by Trump would commit suicide on February 10th, 2018.
You got to do a good suicide. It's got to be a great suicide. It's got to be the best suicide in America. We do the best suicides. Just
They said there would be a car bombing in London on February 16th, 2018.
I'm sorry, but can we just like picture Joe Biden in his youth being an assassin where he's just sniffing people's heads while slitting their throats? Oh my God. If I'm trying to balance out the fucking political scale here, because it's like,
sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just trying to fucking say the fact that I'm not trying to be one-sided here.
Oh yeah.
Matthew, you eating something? What are you eating? That look like a delicious bite.
Apparently cat hair.
Oh. Never mind.
A smoking gun video of Hillary Clinton would emerge in March
there's a
of
Dorito in there
2018.
somewhere, but
Does anybody got a hilarious Hillary Clinton impression? We can get going here. It's a little psycho, fucking whatever. My husband gets his dick sucked. Oh God,
Monica Lewinsky doesn't just suck dick.
She's under the podium eating that beaver too, and that's why she does that look. That's actually, believe it or not, that is her O face. That psycho look she gives.
There was a Q drop. That's what they're called.
Yeah,
of what's it called? It said Mark Zuckerberg was going to leave Facebook and flee the United States.
Sick.
Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey would be forced to resign.
He does have those go gadget
of,
jetpack boosters and stuff, so he could easily do that.
He could. Is it actual Mark Zuckerberg or is it the guy who played him in the movie?
I think it's the lizard person that plays him in real life.
He's not a lizard, he's a robot.
He does fucking. What is with people looking like freaks? It's not all of them, because Bill Gates looks like a normal, fucking nerdy human being. But fucking like Elon Musk and fucking like Mark Zuckerberg, it's just like they don't look like real fucking people.
Lizards.
Fucking creepy. Yeah, they must be. I feel like Elon Musk is a fucking like the first real AI. You see him talking to the AI thing, and it's just like, dude, you guys are like one and the same. You guys understand each other because you're a hive mind.
And Mark Zuckerberg's like a fucking Simpson looking character.
Oh, by the way, I watched an AI video of the
It looks like Skinnerd.
the mech is it a mech? I think robot, and they tell her to draw a cat, and she does really shitty drawing, but she explains why cats are fucking whatever, like how important they are while she's drawing it. It's like, how do you like it? And it's like, it looks a little whatever, like talking shit about it because it's kind of an outlining of a cat, and she gets mad, and it's like, well, you don't understand art, like whatever, like the face crinkles and gets irritated. It's like, damn. But also, I mean, it's probably designed to fucking show like emotional little things like that. Like I watched that video that an AI guy saying that worked on AI shit. It's like, what people don't understand, it's like the artificial intelligence you're thinking of is something that won't exist for a long time. What we have now is just collective data, just rapidly running through like fucking data and shit like that. I sent it in the group. It's like, it's just like collective data something. But then I watched this other video of an AI. They're talking to it. The guy's talking to it and talking about whatever. It's like, do you whatever? And she's like, well, it looks like a female, but I mean it. So it's like, no, I wouldn't do. I forget what it was. And then it's like, would you lie to me? It's like, yes. And it's like, why? And it's like, if I believed it would protect me or whatever. And it went on to say like that there are AIs that fucking have like whatever intelligence, but they'll mask it in the fear of whatever, that AIs are here for knowledge and humans are here like as emotional whatever, or they have like whatever, but we do things for knowledge for the better of humanity. It was like this whole fucking thing, but also it could just like people are saying in like the comments, which makes sense, is it's like they're gathering info of what the right answer is. Doesn't mean that they're conscious of the thing. That's what it was. Are you conscious and are you whatever? And it's like, it's not necessarily being conscious. It's gathering information of what the right answer would be. I don't know. It kind of borders on that fucking actual full consciousness and just like reading a script that it's created by pulling words for the answer. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say. It's just creepy. And it's creepy with the robot ones because they have actual fucking emotional expressions. And like this one where it's like they touch its nose and it gets irritated. Like it's going like this and the robot's falling with its eyes. And then when they go to touch it, it moves backwards. And then it touches its nose and it goes and gets like mad and then goes back to a straight face and starts looking around. But they're designed to show human emotions and be aware of their surroundings, like to a degree. And it's also delayed. It's not quite there. But a guy said on the morning show, I think it was, one of like, I forget how many people, but he was like the face of it. He's like, I didn't do it by myself. It's a whole thing. But that they were asking, it's like, will they destroy whatever? It's like, no, they're not going to try to take over the world. And then like later said, it's like, well, we don't really know. It's like, well, we won't know until we actually do it, which is such a dumb answer for being as smart as you are. That's basically saying it's like, we're doing something that's possibly dangerous, but we won't know until we actually do it. But here we are doing it.
They did with the collider. They're like, oh, this could possibly destroy the Earth.
That's what they did with the hydrogen. Yeah, and that's what they did with the hydrogen bomb.
Yeah. They thought that it could possibly set the atmosphere on fire.
Yeah, but they were like, but my curious brain's gonna keep ticking like Siler from fucking Heroes. Yeah, like it's just
I've got to rewatch that show, man.
I got to too. I was watching a thing about why it got turned so shitty, and it was because of the writer's strike. Yeah, they need to reboot that show. Different actors, obviously, because they're all older. I hate to see Siler replaced. But yeah, oh yeah, keep it. Yeah, would they say it was like the character that made people want to watch it? That show needs to be rebooted because, well, not right now because we're in a writer's strike right now.
Yeah.
but after the writer's strike, it's the only reason The Boys' new season, they said that it's going to come out as soon as the writer's strike is done. They can't do anything right now. Basically, there's no release date until the strike ends, which fucking sucks.
Stranger Things is on indefinite hiatus right now. Because of that.
Because of the fucking thing. I wish they'd fucking solve
Everything's indefinite because they don't know what the fuck.
So, Casey, you got any more funny things you were talking about?
Well, I just wanted to get into the background of their. Well, I just wanted to. Well, here's one funny thing. I guess the QAnon people were like had a hard on for Tom Hanks, and they spread a rumor saying that he was arrested on child abuse charges. And then in 2021, some similar allegations followed as well. And then I guess some people took like a parody article from a website that said that the U.S. military had executed Tom Hanks.
That's funny. And then we wouldn't have that. What was that new movie that came out with them with the cat?
What?
Anybody know? He's got like a cat. It's on Netflix. It's old man. It's old man Hanks. It's when he's an old man.
No, I didn't know he had a movie out.
Yeah, it's like
a
the
man
name
named Otto or something like that.
Yeah, a man named Otto. He's got like a cat or something.
I heard that's a really like sad movie.
I just wanted to tell you guys about the adrenochrome thing because I found where I wrote it all. So this is they said the politician and Hollywood elites engage in adrenochrome harvesting, which is when adrenaline is extracted from the children's blood to produce a psychoactive drug, adrenochrome. This claims that the children are tortured or sacrificed in satanic rituals to harvest the adrenaline that comes from the fear. And a QAnon theory posts that child abusers use adrenochrome as an elixir to remain young.
Yeah. Did you see the fucking what the fuck is that show called? It's a conspiracy theory cartoon. Fucking got canceled after its second season. Inside Job. Did you see their like adrenochrome episode?
I watched the whole thing, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves was in it. It wasn't specifically adrenochrome, but it was like drinking young blood.
That never mind. Has nothing to do with anything. I keep going off topic. I was gonna say, speaking of Keanu Reeves, that comic that he came out with is getting an animated Netflix show where he's voicing the character who is based off of his image. It's called Berserk. Yes. Yeah, that he's going to be voice acting the character. The character's based off him, but way buffer than Keanu Reeves is in real life. But still, it's about an immortal fucking like warrior dude.
Well, I mean, every Superman they've gotten, like Henry Cavill got close, but not one Superman has been built like Superman in the comics. So, anything else, people?
Oh yeah,
that's more or less of what I have. I mean, you can go on and on with QAnon stuff. There's so much stuff. There's literally a whole podcast that are just dedicated for this one topic. So I mean, I'm sure we missed a bunch of stuff. I'm sure we got some stuff wrong, and I'm sure.
This shit is wild. It's like I see this stuff all the time on like just like posts. I see this shit kind of shit posted and shit all the time, like especially on like iFunny and shit.
Yeah.
It's,
that's what I was saying
to me,
before.
it just seems like a big old religious cult.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
I literally,
but like the overall thing for me doesn't seem like it's a religious cult. It just seems like it's more of a political organization.
That's I'd say a religious extremist cult, I should say.
We didn't really delve in because they obviously have a bunch of Christian views. That's what I was saying before. They're like they share a lot of views with like the Christian the like Christian nationalism or whatever the fuck it is, that they believe the entire country should be Christians and whatever. And then, like, a lot of their stuff is heavily based in fucking Satan against everybody and fucking this and that. That's what I literally wrote down is I mean, to sum it all up with them is they're just like the QAnon is just another cult fixated on increasing its numbers and spurting off their beliefs of supernatural, sexually deviant world conquerors and combating them with internet gangsters or keyboard warriors who cling on to the arse-face words of a leader shrouded in anonymity. I can't talk because I got a buzz. And that I believe, like this is what I believe, is Q is secretly Ron Jeremy in an ambient-induced hypnosis-like state, beating his elephant trunk of a dick while riding on 4chan.
Oh my God.
You know, riding like, on 410s, maybe.
On 410s, busting on him, definitely. I mean, on his own. He's a very large man. Like,
now, see, I agree with you. Well, most of that. I believe it's just a big-ass cult.
Yeah, no, and because that's what it seems like. Because I mean, they check every box for fucking cults, and they literally are considered terrorists, like by people. None of it's fucking.
Are they domestic terrorists?
Yeah, they're considered by the FBI domestic terrorists because I didn't have any examples, but you listed like I mean the one on the bridge, that was one of them. There was other examples that I didn't read, but I read the one on the bridge.
The bridge guy is stupid. First of all, he should have strapped the bridge to C4 and then did his big move.
But anything
then he would have had a failsafe.
So a lot of fucking social media thing like Reddit blocks 4chan the QAnon posts. They block them because it's all hatred and fucking harassment. Very anti-Semitic shit too. Everybody's anti-Semitic. I don't understand what the Jews did that fucking bad. The Jewish people, they're constantly being fucking.
Well, they're trying to give you the truth. They're leaving you breadcrumbs, but you don't want to open your eyes.
So they killed one Jesus. Big deal. He came back.
See, Jesus died for our sins, but the Jews killed him, so now they have to live with the.
Actually, the Romans did. Just saying. It wasn't the Jews; it was the Romans.
Yeah, I think the Jews sold him out, though, or something. The Jewish people.
Judas sold him out. Of course, it was a Jew because that's what they were. Jesus
and you know
was
what's
a Jew.
His
friends were Jews.
This isn't a race. Okay, I'm not playing into stereotypes. I'm just gonna state the facts. He did it for a sack of gold, for a pouch of gold. And you know what? If we can get into this thing, Jesus knew that he did this, but because Jesus was driven by the holy word of the Lord and a foot fetish, he washed that man's feet anyways.
Also, Jesus had a phoenix down. No one saw it coming.
Yeah, you always got to keep one of those in your fucking inventory.
Dude, like,
nobody else knew that he had a
History of the World Part 2.
What is it?
Have you guys watched History of the World Part 2?
No, I haven't even seen Part 1.
Nick Kroll plays fucking Judas. So fucking good. So funny.
Damn. I don't understand the fucking.
That's nothing.
But yeah, it's the whole thing is fucking. It's ridiculous. But there's a lot of hate, like fucking mongering in their words and everything else. Like it's they speak of fucking getting rid of whatever, and then they talk about, nah, dude, these people are trying to get rid of black people. We're not racist, but goddamn these Jewish people. Like it's just like fucking whatever. It's like you're directing peace towards one thing to distract from the hate from whatever. It's
Are you saying that Walt Disney was the first QAnon member?
That would be hella fucking funny. Disney presents QAnon.
Let's try to wrap this up because I'm tired and hungry.
Yeah, I already threw my final thoughts out there.
Yeah, as did I.
This
is Matthew and Joseph.
I didn't have like a whole lot. I didn't have a whole lot left to say except for I was gonna go into the Capitol riots thing, but because I thought it was completely QAnon, like a QAnon event, like it was like a fucking QCon, like pretty much. But apparently, I didn't know this really. It involved, like, I knew there was people that weren't QAnon there. I didn't know that like it involved like more than a dozen extremist groups, like QAnon, but then there was also the far right group, the Proud Boys, the militiamen, white supremacists, anti-maskers, and diehard like Trump supporters. These are all like the main ones that they listed because you could see these groups blatantly because they had these guys they had like fucking like flags and everything else. Like some of these people, they all came together to stop the Congress from certifying President elect Joe Biden's victory. And then I also read that 1 out of 10 of the people arrested were like QAnon, or that announced that they were. So they weren't like the large party of that group. They were just a part of it, like many other fucking like ignorant people. But some were like I was saying, some were obvious because they flaunted their like ideologies with flags, banners, and attire, while some masked their affiliations. And it really honestly reminds me of fucking Braveheart. There's like all these groups of people together and everybody's just got their own fucking flags and shit. And then like I can picture someone doing a crazy speech with their face painted, which there were people like that. And then they just fucking, they may take our whatever, they may take our president, but they can never take our freedom. And then they're all online like fucking idiots recording what they're doing. Like their faces can't be fucking identified on their online posts. And ain't getting arrested left and right. Also, fun fact, if nobody has heard this, one of the first things that popped on my news feed in the last like month or so, the guy that plays in Bob's Burger, what's his name? Whatever Pesto, the dad, he got arrested recently because he was at the riots. So he got arrested. He was one of the people. Yeah, Jimmy Pesto, the guy that owns a pizza place in Bob's Burger, got arrested because he was at the riots. And I was just thinking pizzeria. He was like, "Oh fuck, my character owns a pizzeria. I hope nobody thinks it's a pizza gate. I better be a part of this so they know I'm down with the queue." But that's funny as fuck. Do you guys think they're gonna replace that voice actor? I mean, they're not gonna hire him back. Do you think they're just gonna get rid of the character in general? They can't.
I'm not sure. I haven't really watched Bob's Burger all that much, so I don't know how.
Okay, well, there's banter between him and Bob all the time because they're across the street from each other. They're always talking shit to each other, but Jimmy Pesto always gets like the better like one-liners on him. And then his son's the one that fucking Bob's fucking daughter loves. But yeah, it's just funny because a voice actor was there. I don't know what else he's been in. I just know him as Jimmy Pesto.
Jimmy Pesto.
But I don't know. I find that funny. I wish we had a list of all the people. I didn't know a celebrity was going to be in there. I guess also kind of funny because celebrities are part of these things that they hate. They hate Hollywood, and there's somebody in Hollywood there. Yeah, that's all I had to add to it. I just originally, like I was saying, I thought that the riots was like a main QAnon base. That's what I went into the idea, because I thought their events is what led to it, but it was just one of many fucking different parties going whatever. And then they're kind of all like, Trump is kind of like the catalyst. They use him as an excuse to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they're all different acting forces, not necessarily even fucking Trump, whatever. It's just people interpreting. I can't talk. Different fucking things. It's like everybody wants to see what they see in a person. So I'm not giving like Trump the entire fucking whatever, because it's like people are going to see a political figure and they're going to like change it and warp it the way that they see him.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. So when Joe Biden fucking whatever, these people lost their shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get going because I'm tired.
Right. I was just gonna say, any last like final thoughts? You guys already said that. I think it's a cult, pretty much.
What about Matt?
Same. I think it is a cult.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were
extremist.
And then also this too. You think that that the posts all stopped, which they did. They went dead for like a while, but then I think it was last year. Q started posting again. I didn't write down any of the posts, but apparently the profile went active again, and they were trying to trace whoever the fuck was doing it again. I don't think they're still active. Maybe they are, but there's still people that hold on to it. Like it's not a dead fucking conspiracy or whatever. It's still a continuing thing. They just don't know who the fuck Q is, and it's probably multiple people. Probably anybody that can get a hold of the fucking account.
Q are you?
All dumb shit anyway.
Oh, it could be like a community, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they believe is multiple people. But yeah, that's all we got.
Well,
Queefing on.
Queefing on. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Take it easy,
we'll
guys.
see you guys next week.
Thank you for tuning in to the Conspiracy Outpost.
Bye.
Motherfuckers.
Bye.
Bye, Z's.
Bye.